Hey guys, this is day 6 of working on my Peggle clone. If you don't know what Peggle is, you just have to hit all of these orange pegs by shooting your balls out of this cannon. You can see the trajectory that the ball is going to go in. And you have a limited amount of 10 balls while there are 25 orange pegs on the field. The newest thing I've added is a new power. Powers get activated when you hit the green pegs or when your score over here reaches 10,000. So if I hit this green peg, you can see ball launches and then another ball launches right after it in the same direction. And that happens as soon as the green peg is hit. If I try to use it in here, which is a little more difficult, I can try and get the second ball in the bucket. They both didn't go in the bucket. It's quite difficult to use when it's at the bottom of the screen, but otherwise it's very useful. Usually when you reach a score of 10,000, your power instantly gets activated, but because you usually sort of plan out how you're going to hit the green peg because you want to hit the pegs behind it, it wouldn't really work to apply this to the next peg you hit or to just immediately shoot another ball in the direction you've shot your last, because you wouldn't have planned out that you're going to hit 10,000. It's very difficult to predict that because you don't know every single peg you're going to hit within a shot. So what I did instead is just, if I do this, then I'm going to activate the power anyway. If I do that, yeah, and then get the 1,000. Now that I've hit 10,000 points over here, I've gotten a power turn, and you can see that I have my power active because the aiming line has been made green, which means if I now shoot at any peg, the first peg I hit instantly disappears, and then the second ball gets shot. So I can see what's a good lineup. There's a couple here in a row, but let's see. Maybe I can hit both this orange and this purple. It's a little difficult. I'll just try and hit both this orange and this purple over here. Yeah, there we go. And then that one even goes in the bucket. And this one, not in the bucket, but still, a lot of points from that as well. The gravity power that flips gravity once you hit the bottom of the screen, that one activates immediately after you hit a green peg. So I'm going to fall to the bottom. I'm going to reverse to the top. And because I hit 2 green pegs, I'm also going to flip again at the top and then go back to the bottom. That one also immediately activates when you reach 10,000 points, unlike the parrot power that repeats the way you've already shot. Okay, so I've upped the score to speed things up a little bit. I'm going to hit this purple peg. You can see I get power turn here, and immediately when I hit the bottom, I flip gravity, and I move straight back up to the top. That was a really good shot, actually. When the gravity power gets activated multiple times in a row, like you saw before when I hit 2 green pegs in a row, it keeps accelerating more and more as it moves up and down. It's most obvious when it gets stuck to the side, but because it keeps getting stopped by all these pegs. But you can see, again, it flipped up, and then it's going to go down, and up, and down, and it's going faster and faster, which it's not supposed to do. In here you can see why. This flips its gravity as soon as it hits it, which is good, but then it doesn't stop it from hitting this wall and just bouncing back around. This wall only really exists to make sure that the ball doesn't go out of the actual level, even if it's off screen. And this causes it to bounce, which just means it flips direction, but keeps all of its speed, and then accelerate more and more as it goes down because the gravity has just been flipped. And then that happens on the bottom, exactly the same thing, and it happens again and again and again and again until it never reaches that high of a speed because the bucket blocks it, but it's still not supposed to happen like this. What I've done to stop this is just make it so whenever the ball hits either side, its vertical speed gets set to 0, and it only lets gravity pull it back into the level. As you can see right here, it just gets set to 0 and then flips right back. And the way it moves under the bucket, and you could see it a little bit just now. Okay, if I can select the bucket, but there's so many gradients in front of it. The bucket is it has a collider that sort of shapes down in a cone, so that if the ball is over here and the bucket moves into it, the ball can just get pushed down into this corner and then float back up when the bucket moves away. I've added a display for the bonus. The bonus just gets added to the points you get with every peg you hit. So the more pegs you hit, the higher the bonus, and the higher the bonus, the more points you get per peg. The reason it's important that the bonus is visible is because it doesn't reset when you get your ball into the bucket. Well, if I get either ball into the bucket, which I didn't do. The bonus is at 10. If I shoot again, it resets. And it only stays if I get into the bucket, please. Yeah, and then it stays at 15. So if I now hit this blue peg, it's going to give me 115, even though it's the first peg I hit. Okay, well, I missed everything else, so it was quite useless, but still.